I want to thank God for the beautiful day that He's given us and another chance to get up and do His work, His will, what He's called me to do. We're going to be in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. It says, "But we all, with open face beholding, as in a glass, the glory of the Lord, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord." So, God has given me a word, just one word, like He always does. And it's been a while back that He's given me this, and it's reflection. And that is a mirrored image of something or someone. So what I ask today is, what reflection is people seeing in you? I know when Jesus walked the earth, His reflection was of His Father. He was kind, he was loving, he was helpful. He was always thinking of other people, not Himself. He was always doing His Father's will and wanting to represent His Father like His Father is, good and gracious and loving and kind and merciful, long-suffering. He represented that. So what reflection is people seeing? I'll say me. I'll say me. What reflection are they seeing me? Are they seeing Jesus? Am I giving them the love? Am I showing them joy? You know, because with Jesus, you do have joy. You do. I know we go through hard times, but still, there's joy there. And people should see that. Am I showing it to people? Am I showing them the long-suffering and the kindness and the merciful and am I doing it? And I want to be about my Father's business, and I want to show what Jesus and the Father really is. I don't want to show them somebody that's hateful, mean, just set in your ways that you're not showing that to them. That's worldly things that you're showing them. That's not, and they're going to get I don't want my Father or Jesus to have a reputation, thank you, reputation of someone that don't care, that someone that is always hateful or always just woesy me, poor pitiful me, look at me, look what I have to go through. I don't want that. I want to show what they are, the loving and the kindness and the merciful and the long-suffering with them. And what Tina preached last night, it was good. Because we want to stereotype people. We don't want to look beyond of what they look like even. I mean, there could be a Christian, everybody has a past. There could be somebody walk in, has tattoos, piercings, and a different color hair or whatever. And they could be a Christian, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at what they look like. And we're wanting to stereotype them of what they look like. Not really of what they are, because we're not looking beyond that. We're looking, just looking at them and judging them right then. Just like I told you all, I've got new neighbors. And they came to meet me Friday night. And this guy, he's got tattoos. Pretty rough around the edges. and he goes to tell me, he said, "I don't mean to scare you, but I've been in prison for 15 years. And I looked at him, I said, "You don't scare me." I said, "I'm not your judge. God's your judge, not me." I'm not going to judge you, and I'm not going to stereotype you, which people on that creek has done stereotyped and done stopped, and, because he's living in the house where it was a drug house. And they're judging him for that. We can't do that. The people that gives their heart to God, we can't do that. We can't put people down. We can't judge them by the way they look. Yeah, they got tattoos or whatever. That's in their past. If they say they are born again, we should be looking at Jesus in them, not what they look like on the outside. Because outside don't mean nothing. It's what's in your heart and what you show forth. Yes, whenever you do totally give your heart to God and have that encounter with Jesus, you're going to have a look. You're going to have a look, because what I say, I hate bringing up memories, but Gary never talked. Since he went into the hospital, he never was able to talk. He was sedated. He was in that, he couldn't, I never heard him talk since that past Saturday. And every day I went in there, he looked like the same old Gary, same old Gary. But that Wednesday night, I went in there after work. I knew he had God because it was shining through him, and him not even awake. I could see it coming through. And people should see that light coming through us. And with our actions just the same. We can't live any way we want to live and expect people to say, well, I would like to have what you got. I don't want them to say, well, I've already got that, so why do I want to serve what you're serving if I've already got it? The reflection means a lot, and that's doing just the same as you can confess you're a Christian all you want. But if you're not doing the actions with it, by loving people, it don't matter what they do to us, we still have to love them. We find ourselves in situations, and I believe it's brought to us, things happen for us to, I guess it's a test, to see how you're going to respond. And I was in a test this week of how I was going to respond. Somebody picking on my child, and I don't care if they're 50 years old, she's not 50, but she's 30. But they was bullying her. Well, they didn't sit too well with me. I don't like bullying. But I had to stop and think, am I going to act like God if I go up in there and I tell this person what I'm thinking? Or am I just going to show her love? I show her love. Because if I went in there, I'd probably lost my job and everything else. But that's not the way God acts, or Jesus. They don't act this way. They are compassionate and loving, and they love everybody. It don't matter what they are, what they used to be, or how they're acting. Like Tina was preaching, look beyond that. Look beyond that, because we know we've got to love God, love people. We know this. So we can't do the opposite. We've got to look beyond of what's going on. Because people make their choices. We don't make our choices. Well, we make choices every day, whether we're going to serve God or if we're going to go out here and live in the world and be like them. We've got that choice. He don't make us do it. So we've got a choice whether we're going to forgive them. That's a hard thing. Even forgiving ourselves is a hard thing. Because we want to stereotype ourselves, too, of what we used to be, of what we used to go through, of what we always want to stereotype ourselves, too. And we've got to forgive ourselves just the same as we forgive people. Because we're not that person no more. When you have that Holy Ghost collision, that Jesus encounter, you're not that no more. You're not that. So we need to quit going back to that and saying, well, that's how I used to be. You're not now. You're little Jesuses. You're not what you was. Yeah, I I was pretty rough around the edges too, but still, I'm not that no more. When I surrendered my life, totally surrendered my life to Jesus, I'm not that no more. People still wants to stereotype everybody of what they used to be. Well, I'm not that no more. I'm a little Jesus. And Jesus ain't that way. He's not that way. So ask yourself today, what reflection is people seeing from you? Are you every day walking to show the goodness of Him? Or are you walking every day to show the world of what the world is? Because you can't be doing both. You're either going to show the goodness of God and His long-suffering, His mercy, His kindness, His peace, His joy, or you're going to be showing what's out here. So we need to get up every day and decide what we're going to do, because time is coming. Time is near. Just like they was talking this morning, you can see the times, what it is, and it's getting so close. And people's got to get themselves lined up in Him. They've got to be serious. We can't be playing no more. We can't be one day doing this and one day going with the crowd. I always was a crowd pleaser, trying to go with the crowd. Not no more. So we can't be doing that, because they'll lead you astray. They will lead you astray. And if you're trying to please people, just doing what they're doing, that ain't going to get you nowhere. If I'm all by myself, like I said before, up in a cave eating cornbread and drinking branch water, by myself, with Jesus, that's all I want. I don't have to have a bunch of people and to please the people. So ask yourself today what reflection you're giving to people. Are you giving God and Jesus a good rep, as they call it, or a bad one? I want to be doing the good. I want to show them what they really are, because people out here need them. And the only way they're going to come to them is if they see you living that life and them saying, well, I don't know what you have, but I sure would like to know about that, and then you can tell them about Him. Don't go beat them in the head and say, hollering, you need Jesus or whatever, or we don't do that. That's judging. And we don't do that. If they want Jesus and they see the way you live daily, from the time you get in here, you're the same out there. You've got to be the same. You can't be coming in here acting all holier than thou and then going out there living like the devil. We can't do this. And it's got to stop. We got to get serious. We got to pick one or the other. One or the other. Because He's coming soon. And He's wanting us to get it right. He wants us to be with Him. But He's going to give you the choice where you want to go. So we have to get, just like she was saying this morning, search me, oh God. And I say that every night. Search me, oh God. I don't want nothing in me that I don't know it's in me. I want it out. And I want to live to reflect Him. Not people look at me. I don't want nobody to look at me. I don't like to be looked at. I want them to see Him. I want people to see the goodness of Him. Because He's so good. And He's so loving. And He cares so much. And I want people to see that. Because we represent Him. Or we represent the world. But I want to represent Him. I want people to see Him and know Him. Because I'm telling you, there's so much peace. I feel so much peace and contentment. And the love. I have never felt it before. But I feel it. And I want everybody to feel this. I want everybody not to be unhappy. or having troubles. I don't want that. I'm not saying that we don't have troubles, because we do, but we respond different to it than we used to. But I want people to feel this. I want people to have this. So if everybody find a place to pray.